Grade 12 students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's me again, Mr. Asim Habis. In the last video in the series of 4, which is entitled Paraphrasing, an important reading and comprehension skill for secondary students. By the end of this video, students will be able to define paraphrasing, apply paraphrasing strategies, and paraphrase written excerpts. I'm going to display now 2 sentences. All what you have to do is try to find out how these 2 sentences differ and meet. Sentence 1. She angered me with her inappropriate comments, rumor spreading, and disrespectfulness at the formal dinner table. The second sentence. I was irritated when she started making improper remarks, spreading fake news, and disregarding others at our dinner table. It's not difficult at all to notice that both sentences have the same ideas, but each sentence has different structure and terms. This is what's called paraphrasing. By referring to the example given, try to define paraphrasing orally within 20 seconds. Okay, here we go. No matter whether you come up with an exact definition or not, you have to keep in mind that most students have difficulty paraphrasing sentences needed to write their answers down. So the question, what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is rewriting content from the source using your own words. So it is putting what you hear or read in your own words, which shows understanding and reveals a high academic level. Considering all what I have mentioned, here are some quick steps to quality paraphrase any original or source text. Step 1 is reading and rereading the source material a few times. This is an important step because we cannot paraphrase what we don't understand. Thus, we need to read carefully and understand because that's where the ability to paraphrase comes from. Step 2. Take a few seconds break and think about what you read. In other words, let the information process. Let it become part of your brain to have the ability to put it in your own words. Step 3. Rewrite what you have understood in your own words. And here's the key. Without looking at the source, if possible, just by depending on your own memory, but to let it effective, make sure that you use synonyms, change the order of the words, and use different grammatical elements. Then it's time to compare it with the original text. In such a case, quality paraphrasing means what you write should remain faithful to the original meaning of the source. It shouldn't differ from the source material, so you shouldn't include any personal opinion or new details. Let me make myself clear and speak in details. How do we use synonyms, change the order of the words, and use different grammatical elements to paraphrase? The first method is using synonyms. Look at this sentence. It can be difficult for non-native speakers of English to paraphrase English text by himself. Here the content words such as difficult, non-native speaker of English, paraphrase, and by himself are typed in a red color. If I want to paraphrase this sentence, it can be challenging for a person for whom English is a foreign language to reword English text without any help. What happened here? Which synonyms did I use? For the term difficult, I used challenging. For the expression non-native speaker of English, I used person for whom English is a foreign language. For the term paraphrase, I used rewords, and the expression by himself is replaced by without any help. The second strategy is changing the order of the words or the sentence structure. Here's the sentence I already wrote to paraphrase the first example. It can be difficult for non-native speaker of English to paraphrase English text by himself. How would I change the order of this sentence to paraphrase it? Simply, I will use synonyms plus applying some changes to the structure of the source. Rewording English text without any help can be challenging for a person for whom English is a foreign language. So here I didn't only use synonyms, but even I changed the order of the words. And the last strategy is using different grammatical elements. For example, you may change the part of speech of certain terms in the original text. Here, the original text, the researchers started their investigation of the work habits of teenagers last week. An accepted paraphrasing would be, last week the investigated work style of adolescents was started by observers. Here I didn't only replace researchers by observers and teenagers by adolescents, but I also changed the structure of the original sentence, plus I changed certain grammatical elements. The original sentence was in the active voice, so the paraphrased one became in the passive voice. Plus, the term investigation was used as a noun in the original sentence. I turned it into an adjective in the paraphrased one. Keep in mind, to paraphrase doesn't mean replacing every single term, as some of them aren't replaceable and have no synonyms. Look at this sentence. We do not yet understand all the ways in which brain chemicals are related to emotions and thoughts, but the salient point is that our state of mind has an immediate and direct effect on our state of body. An acceptable paraphrase would be, although the relationship between brain chemistry and thoughts and feelings is not fully understood, we do know that our psychological state affects our physical state. What happened here? What did the writer do? He used synonyms, he changed the sentence structure, and he even changed the voice from active into passive. I think you noticed that words like brain are generic and do not need to be changed. Practice makes perfect, so it's time to practice paraphrasing. You may not come up with a perfect paraphrase sentence out of the first time, but we have to keep trying. So here are the sentences that you have to paraphrase. And don't forget, write all your answers. Here are the sentences that you have to paraphrase. Keep in mind again, a good paraphrase combines a number of strategies. The goal is to rephrase the information so that it appears in your own words, not those of the author or the source. And as usual, all your answers should be written in your comprehension notebook. Here's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.